Hi, this is Helena Hart, and in this video I'm going to be answering a question I received from a woman in our community who wants to know if the man who's been contacting her is just stringing her along and wasting her time, or if he truly is interested and he really is just busy right now, and that's why he's not really stepping up and moving the relationship forward. This is actually such a common situation. I get questions from women every day, literally describing their situation, which sounds very similar to this one. A man is in contact with her and he seems interested, but he also seems really busy, or for some reason he's not taking the relationship to the next level or moving things forward. So hopefully this video will help give you some clarity if this is a situation that you're finding yourself in right now. But before I get started, if you're new to my channel, click the button to subscribe to get all of my videos on how to attract the man and the relationship you want. So again, I've been in this situation so many times in my past. Most women can relate to this. So if you've ever experienced this, type your situation into the comment section and maybe everyone can help each other out. It's just such a common thing. A man stays in contact with you and he seems interested, but for whatever reason, he's not moving things forward as quickly as you would like, or he's just not taking that relationship to the next level. So I just hear from so many women who want to know, is this man stringing me along? Is he wasting my time, or should I stick in there with him and give it a little more time to see what happens? And if you've seen some of my other videos, you know I'm not a fan of waiting for a man. Just that energy of like waiting around endlessly for a man to make a move is not something that's really ever going to feel good to you. So I always advise, you're moving forward with your life, with or without this man, and if he wants to be in your life, he's going to, make sure that he gets in your schedule so that he can see you and build that connection. So you want to make sure you're not getting stuck in this energy of just waiting for a man and closing off your other options, especially if you're not exclusive with this man. The woman who sent in this question is just dating. She's single still. She's not exclusive with him, which is fantastic because that puts you in a place of power where you have options. You're not going to wait around for a man who's just, so busy that he can't get it together and make a date with you. So I'm going to give you some signs that a man could just be stringing you along, because like I mentioned, this happens all the time. And, we can do it too sometimes. If you've ever, had the experience where you like a guy and he's nice, you're not super into him, but you're happy to just kind of respond to him when he shows up because he's a nice guy, you might like the attention, but you're not truly interested, in making a potential relationship with this man a priority. Well, men do this all the time too, and sometimes they don't even realize they're doing it, right? So, maybe he's a nice guy and he's happy to respond to your text messages. He's happy to see you when it works for him, but he's not stepping into his masculine energy and really pursuing you, really, asking you out consistently and moving things forward. So the first sign is if his answer is always maybe. If, you're trying to find a time to get together and his answer is always maybe, work's really crazy right now, I'll get back to you, possibly that might work, but I'll let you know. If he's consistently saying things like that, it's a big sign that he might be just stringing you along. And I've known a lot of men like this. I actually have a male friend who does this with everyone in our group of friends when we're all trying to get together. His answer is just always maybe, I'll let you know, and then he kind of gets back to us at the last minute. And it doesn't mean, if a man's doing this, it doesn't mean that he's a bad guy. Some men just do that. They like to keep their options open, and then they let you know at the last minute if something else better doesn't come up, or if maybe he is just truly busy and he doesn't want to commit to locking down a day and time to see you. But that's the first sign. If his answer is always maybe, things are really busy, he'll get back to you, and you don't really hear from him until the last minute, it's a sign that he could be stringing you along. The next sign is if you're always the one to initiate contact. And like I mentioned, men are happy to respond. Just because a man isn't ready for a serious relationship right now or isn't interested in you that way doesn't mean that he doesn't like the company of a woman. It doesn't mean that he doesn't think you're amazing and fun to be around. So, just because he's happy to spend time with you or respond to you or even sleep with you, if he's straight out telling you that he's too busy to prioritize a relationship right now, or maybe he's newly single, he just broke up with someone, so he's not ready to jump back into the dating scene and prioritize a relationship, it's another sign that he might just be stringing you along. But that's really what I wanted to mention for this video. Just because a man isn't ready for a serious relationship with you doesn't mean he's not happy to spend time with you and hang out when it's good for him or respond to your text messages or phone calls. So what I would suggest in this situation where you think a man might be stringing you along is to stop initiating so much. Stop calling, stop texting, stop trying to make plans all the time. Just lean back into your feminine energy and see what this man does all on his own without any prompting or moving things along on your end. Just lean back and basically forget about him until he shows up again, and just keep that focus on yourself and your own life. That will give you a lot of information about how serious he is. So many women that come to me are in these situations with men where they're the ones to constantly move things forward. And if they stop doing that, the man just kind of fades away and the whole thing fizzles. And if he's just stringing you along, you actually want that to happen. You want the men who aren't serious about you and who aren't ready or willing to be in the kind of relationship you want. You want those men to fade out. You really do, because that's what creates the space for a better man to step in who's really ready. So that's my advice for you. If you get the sense a man is stringing you along, rather than leading forward and bringing up a conversation about it, just try to stopping initiating all of those things and see what he does all on his own. Now, if you're a little further on in dating, if you are exclusive with this man, then you might have to have a conversation about some of these things. And if that's your situation, let me know and I can do a whole nother video on that. But most of these questions I get are women who are just dating. They're still single, but they've met a man who seems interested, but he's just kind of responding to them and not initiating or actually pursuing her consistently for a relationship. So that's when, leaning back into your feminine energy can really help. And it's not about, pretending you're not interested. That's definitely not it. You want to show interest by saying yes and responding to him and being encouraging and, letting him know that it feels so good spending time with him. You just don't want to be the one to keep things going, because then you don't really know what his intentions are. You can't really tell what he's going to do all on his own. So that's my advice for you on how to tell if a man is stringing you along. Stop initiating, see what he does all on his own, and look out for those signs that I mentioned. Like if he's not, committing to future plans, if his answer is always maybe, or I'll get back to you, or if he's flat out told you that he likes you, but he just, isn't ready for a serious relationship right now. So I'd love to hear from you on this one. Type in your thoughts and experiences with this in the comment section, and you'll start to see how many people are in this situation. It's really common. So maybe we can all help each other out. I love hearing from you. And if you're ready to attract a man who's ready for a real relationship and wants to pursue you and give to you and make you happy, check out my 3 keys to attract the man you want report and audio training. It's free on my website, helenahartcoaching.com. I'll post a link to that in the description right below this video. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you next time.